Good afternoon to you all from sunny Portugal. I hope you're all having a good week at home and I hope the weather is kind to you, not too wet. Today I'm going to take you through a short Pilates class, an improver level class, and it's all the exercise that you've been through before with me back at home, and this is for all of you that just want to keep your exercise going throughout the holidays. I will be back in just over a week. Now to begin with, you will need a rolled up towel. So today I've just put my rolled up towel as a pillow that we normally use at home. You probably need a rolled up towel sort of to an inch thickness. I've then also got a towel down the floor. If you're on a carpet you won't need a towel. If you're on a hard floor you probably need something just to cushion and soften yourself. So just bringing your knees and feet hip width apart and then carefully rolling yourself down onto the floor. And then just take a moment to find your head nice and heavy down into that cushion or towel. The neck should be nice and free, and then you've got the weight through the back of the ribcage, so down through your bra strap area. Now the weight through the back of the lower back is just lifted gently away from the mat, and then you'll find the weight of the pelvis nice and heavy as it sinks down into the mat. Now you want to make sure that you find your neutral pelvis, so you've got your hip bones lining up with that pubic bone. So if you glance down your body, your hands should be nice and flat in that position. Now the knees and feet are hip width apart, lifting those toes, and then just take a moment to spread them nice and wide into the floor so you've got a good surface area before we begin. Arms want to be extended down beside the body, just lengthening those fingertips away from you. And to begin with, we're going to take a nice wide breath into the ribcage. As you breathe out, we're going to start with the chin tuck, so we're nodding the chin down towards the chest, feeling the length through the back of the neck. As you inhale, you're lifting the chin up towards the ceiling, opening through the throat. And again, repeating as you exhale, just nodding that chin down towards the chest. And inhale to lift. And exhale as you nod the chin down. And inhale to lift. And again, exhale as you nod the chin down. And breathing in to lift up. And exhale. And we'll take one more, breathing in as you lift and open through the throat. And then as you breathe out, just bring the focus back up towards the ceiling. Now from here we're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, we're going to rotate the head over to your right shoulder. Inhale as you come back through the middle. And then as you breathe out, you're rotating the head over to the left shoulder. So you're creating a nice neck stretch as you go about this exercise. Breathing in as you come back through the middle, and then exhale as you rotate to your left side. And inhale to come back. We'll take one more to either side, breathing out to rotate. Inhale as you come all the way back through the middle, and exhale to rotate over to the left side. And then coming back. So just warming up through the body. We're now going to take it into the breathing. So just bringing the hands down to the ribcage. And from here we're going to take a nice wide breath into the ribcage. Feeling those hands part. And then as you exhale, you're closing the ribcage. You're drawing the sides of those ribcage towards each other. And again, taking a nice wide breath in. Filling the lungs with air. And as you exhale, closing that ribcage. Now take care when you're breathing that you keep the back of your ribcage, your bra strap area, in contact with the mat. We're not lifting the ribcage up, but we're just focusing on breathing in wide into the side and back of the ribcage. Inhale through the nose and then exhaling through the mouth. And breathing in. And exhale. And inhale. And then exhale to close that ribcage. Just imagining a corset tightening around. Okay, now from here we're going to lengthen those arms down beside the body. We're going to take it into ribcage closure. So your ribcage closure, you're focusing also on the breathing. You're also focusing on mobility through the shoulder socket and stability through the spine. So as we inhale to lift those arms up to the ceiling, And then exhale to extend those arms back. You want to keep the ribcage nice and heavy down into the mat. So we're not allowing it to lift up and pop, but you're keeping it nice and heavy sunk down into that mat. We're breathing in as you reach those arms up to the ceiling. And then as you breathe out, resist and press those arms back down to the floor. And again, we inhale to lift. As you exhale, we soften and close that ribcage, and you're extending those arms back towards the ears. Inhale as you lengthen and lift up. And then as you exhale, press down. And again, breathing in a nice wide breath. And exhale. And breathing in. And exhale. And if you want to, you can pick up the pace so we can make it a little bit quicker as you breathe in. And exhale to extend. Inhale to lift. And exhale to press. And again, breathing in. And out. And in. And out. 2 more. Breathing in. And out. And inhale. And exhale. Last one. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed and wide. Okay, now let's bring the hands down to your lower abdominals. So let's focus in on the centering. So we've looked at the breathing and your alignment. With the centering, you just want to bring the hands down to the lower abdominals. We're going to focus in on the pelvic floor. So to begin with, let's take a nice wide breath in. Allow your tummy to rise as you fill the lungs with air. And then as you breathe out, we just want to draw your navel back towards your spine and just sink that tummy down as far as it will go without disturbing your spine. Breathing in. And then again as you exhale, just sinking your navel back towards your spine. And inhale, lifting up. And exhale, navel draws back towards your spine. And we inhale. And then we exhale. Okay, now from here, let's add in the pelvic floor. So we're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, you want to engage from the back through to the front of the pelvic floor region. And then you're just imagining that you're drawing the pelvic floor up into those lower abdominals. We breathe in to release. And then again, as you breathe out, you're engaging from the back passage through to the front of the pelvic floor region. And then just drawing those muscles up inside. And then from here, breathing in to release. And exhale, engage from the back through to the front. And inhale to release off. And then again, last time, exhale as you engage from the back through to the front, connecting into those lower abdominals. And then release. Okay, now let's add in a little pelvic tilt, ready for a spine curl. So we're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, engaging from the back through to the front of the pelvic floor, as you just draw up and zip and hollow those abdominals, we're just going to imprint your lower spine down into the mat. So just pressing down through the lower back and then breathing into release. It's just a gentle pelvic tilt. Inhale. And then as you exhale, engaging from the back through to the front of the pelvic floor region and then just imprinting that lower spine down into the mat. And again, breathing in. And as you exhale, engaging from the back through to the front as you draw in through the lower abdominals. Last one, breathing in. And as you exhale, connect from the back through to the front. And just return the pelvis back into your neutral position. So just make sure those hip bones line up with the pubic bone. Arms are coming down beside the body and we're ready to go into your spine curls. So just ensure those knees and feet are close enough towards your bottom so that you feel supported as you roll up. Now the whole purpose for spine curl is to roll through the spine. So we're starting with the pelvis. As you tuck the tailbone, we're then going to start to open up through each vertebrae, bone by bone, as you come all the way up to your bra strap. At the top, you take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, you start to roll all the way back down, working your way from your bra strap, from the tips of those shoulder blades, down through each vertebrae, into the lower back. And then finally, you're just releasing that pelvis back into neutral alignment. So here we go. We're inhaling to start. And then as you breathe out, we then start with the pelvic tuck. So engaging from the pelvic floor, from the back through to the front. rolling all the way up through the spine, bone by bone, to the tips of the shoulder blades. We breathe in at the top, and then as you breathe out, we roll all the way back down, sinking those abdominals back in towards your spine as you go. Inhale, and then again as you exhale, imprinting that lower spine down into the mat, rolling all the way through the spine to come up. Inhale at the top, and then as you exhale, chest becomes nice and heavy as you roll back down, bone by bone, and release the pelvis. Breathing in, and exhale to come all the way up. Inhale at the top, and exhale as you roll all the way back down through the spine. Now those of you that want to, you can add your arms in. So breathing in, as you breathe out, we're rolling all the way up through the spine for the standard spine curl. When you get to the top, we inhale to lift those arms up and over towards the ears, no further. As you breathe out, you're rolling all the way back down through the spine. When you get to the bottom, you're breathing in to lift those arms to the ceiling. And then as you breathe out, you're pressing those arms to the floor. Inhale. And then as you exhale, it's a spine curl all the way up. You're holding that spine curl at the top, breathing in to lift those arms up and over towards the ears. Now keep the length through the fingertips and out through those knees as you roll all the way back down through the spine. When you reach the bottom, breathing in to lift those arms up, and then exhale as you press down. Inhale, and exhale, rolling all the way up through the spine, bone by bone. Inhale to lift. Exhale, let the chest become heavy, roll back down through the spine. Inhale to lift those arms, and exhale to press. Last one, breathing in. As you exhale, rolling all the way up. We breathe in at the top, lift those arms up and over. And then as you breathe out, soften through the breastbone, rolling back down through the spine. And then we're going to inhale to lift those arms back up to the ceiling. Now from here, we're just going to keep those arms raised. We're going to turn the palms to face inwards. So we're ready to go into a knee opening with an arm opening. So from here, we're particularly focusing on this exercise to keep the spine absolutely still. So we're stabilizing that spine, but you're mobilizing the thigh bone through the hip socket, through rotation, and your arm is opening out to the side, moving through your shoulder socket. So we're inhaling to begin with. As you breathe out, engaging your centers, just drawing the navel back towards your spine at a low level to keep you nice and stable as you open the arm and leg. And then we're breathing in to close. And again, you're exhaling to open your right arm this time and your left knee to the side. And then we're going to breathe in to close. And exhale, keeping that spine nice and still. And inhale. You can start off small with those legs, so you don't need to work them too much. Just focusing on finding that stability versus mobility. And then you can increase the amount of rotation. Exhale as you open. And breathing in to close. Alternating arms and legs. And breathing in. And exhale to open. And inhale to close. And exhale to open. And inhale. And if you want to, you can add in a head rotation. So you can rotate the head to the arm that's opening out to the side to add in an extra challenge. Breathing out. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. Last one to either side. Then from here, we're going to just bring those arms down onto the hips again. You want to bring those hands to your hip bones or to your lower abdominals, just so you can focus in on your core and your centering as you begin your toe taps and the double knee folds. So we're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, you're just drawing your navel back towards your spine, just enough to keep you supported and keep that tummy drawn in as you pick up one leg. Now continue to breathe out as you pick up the second leg into a double knee fold. From here, we're going to take a breath in at the top. And then as you breathe out, sink the navel back towards your spine as you lower one leg back down to the floor with control and the second leg. Inhale. And then again, as you exhale, draw the navel back towards your spine. Pick up the first leg into a single knee fold and that second leg. Inhale to hold at the top. And then again, as you exhale, draw the navel back towards your spine as you lower one leg at a time. And inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. And exhale to lower. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in. And exhale. So as you go about your double knee folds, you want to be alternating legs. And then as I talk about in class, you want to move with control. So we don't want to move too quickly if you feel that your spine is going to adjust and move around. So the whole purpose of centering yourself and closing that ribcage in is to protect this little curve. So you want to maintain that little curve. And to do that, you want to ensure that your pelvis and hip bones stay into their neutral alignment. And as you pick up those legs, you're not altering the spine at all. You're moving nice and smoothly with the thigh bone in the hip socket. So centering yourself before you lift those legs. Inhaling. And then exhaling as you lower. So this exercise is a good preparation for these toe taps that we're going to go into next. So from here, coming back up into that double knee fold, we're going to hold, going to take a breath in, and then as you breathe out, just drawing those abdominals back towards your spine and tap one toe to the floor. We breathe in to lift, and then we exhale as you tap the second toe away, and inhale to return. Exhale, tap away, breathing in. Now the second leg doesn't set off until that leg comes all the way back in. And for those of you that find this quite easy in class or at home, you can start to tap your leg a little bit further away from you. This challenges your core and centers you even more, so you get a deeper workout. Now, if you're struggling to maintain this, make sure that you do keep pressing your lower back towards that handle. You're keeping it neutral. We're not pressing the back down completely and tucking the pelvis, but we're finding that neutral position and we're holding it throughout the exercise. Don't forget to breathe, exhale, inhale to return, and exhale as you tap away and breathe in. Now from here we're going to extend those arms up to the ceiling. We're going to continue to add on, and this time we're taking it into a leg extension. So you're breathing in. As you breathe out, we're going to extend your right leg away to a high diagonal, and your left arm is going to extend back towards your ear to work in opposition. We breathe in to return, and then we exhale to switch sides. And breathing in again, keeping your spine absolutely still throughout this exercise. Now again, those of you that are working at a higher improver level or at an intermediate and feel confident to do so, you can start to lower your legs a little bit more towards the floor. Now this is only possible if you're keeping everything absolutely still. As soon as you feel any pressure going into your lower back, you must come back into a smaller position or hug those knees in towards your chest to rest out. Once you've completed about 6 to 8 sets, we're then going to bring those legs back in. I'm just going to hug them in towards the chest just to release up any lower back tension. You can also just take a little rock from one side to the other just to release out. Inhaling and then exhaling as you just draw those knees in towards you. Breathing in and out. Okay, from here just carefully lower one leg to the floor at a time. Bring the knees back to hip width apart. And then from here we're just going to lengthen those arms up. We're going to lace the hands behind the head. If you have your cushion rolled up, you can remove your cushion. And we're ready to go into some curl-ups. So we're going to take a breath in, rounding those elbows, lifting them just away from the floor. As you breathe out, we're going to nod the chin to the chest, and we're going to lengthen and lift up into a curl up. We're breathing in to hold at the top, and then as you breathe out, starting to roll back down. Inhale. As you exhale, nod the chin towards the chest, lengthen and lift through the back of the head, using your core strength to curl you up. Inhale at the top, and then as you exhale, curling all the way back down. Breathing in, and exhale to curl up. Inhale to hold, and exhale to curl back down. Breathing in, and exhale. Inhale at the top, and exhale. One more, inhale, and exhale, lengthen and lift. Breathing in, and exhale. Okay, from here we're going to add in with an arm extension, so we're inhaling. As you exhale, nod the chin to the chest, lengthen and lift as you come up, keep the head heavy into the hands. Then from here we're going to inhale to release the first hand beside the body. As you breathe out, lengthen and lift up higher with that second hand. We're breathing in to collect the head, then as you breathe out, keep the head pressed into the hands as you lower back down. Breathing in. As you breathe out, nod the chin, lengthen and lift, looking between those legs. Inhale to release the first hand. Exhale for the second hand, curling up higher. Breathing in to collect the head, and exhale as we lower back down. Inhale, and exhale. Breathing in, and exhale. Inhale to collect the head, and exhale as you lower back down. Last one, breathing in. As you breathe out, nod the chin to the chest, curling up. Inhale to release one hand. Exhale to curl up higher with the second hand. Inhale to collect the head. And then from here we're going to stay here, holding the head with those hands, picking up the right leg into a single knee fold. We're then going to pick up the second leg into a double. We're going to bring the feet together and then just turn those knees out so the knees are hip width apart. We're then going to bring one hand to either side of the legs through a nice curled up position, using your core strength. Now from here we're going to take it into a single leg stretch. So we're breathing in. As you breathe out, extending the right leg away to a high diagonal, and you're turning the leg out from the hip socket. The right hand comes across to the left knee. We're breathing in to return, and then again we exhale to extend the left leg away. And breathing in, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, extend away, breathing in, and out, and in, and exhale, and in. As you can tell, I've started to lower my legs a little bit throughout this exercise. If you want to add more challenge, you can lower those legs as long as your spine stays absolutely still. Again, you can also start to quicken up the exercise. So you're breathing out, and in, and out, and in. Now finishing the last two that you're on, we're going to then bring those legs back in. From here we're going to go into a double leg press. So if you feel comfortable to do so, this is stage one of your double leg stretch. You're going to breathe in, and then as you breathe out, we're stretching those legs away, turning them out from the tops of the thighs. Those arms come just beside those legs. We breathe in to return, and again exhale to press as you come up. Inhale. And exhale. You want to maintain that curl up as best as you can. Now if your neck starts to get straight, you can bring your hands behind your head as you press away. We're breathing in and we're exhaling to maintain the curl up as you press away. If you still feel that you're in control and you can do so, you can start to press those legs a little bit further forwards. Now make sure that your back does not lift. taking 2 more. Exhale to press away. Breathing in to return, and last one. And then carefully bring those knees together. Lower your head back down to the mat. You might want to replace your cushion behind your head. And then you can just hug those legs in towards you. Okay, now from here we're going to take it into some hip rolls. Just bring those knees and feet together for me. Make sure that your cushions are still in the right place. Okay, and then from here we're just going to take those arms out to the side in a low V. So palms are up to the ceiling. As I said, knees and feet together. And then just ensure that you've still got your neutral placement. So the back of the head is nice and heavy into your towel or the cushion. Your neck's nice and free. The connection down into the floor through your bra strap or the back of the rib cage. Your lower back is slightly lifted dependent on your neutral pelvis. And then those arms are out to the side in that low V position. Now we're going to breathe in from here. As you breathe out, we're going to rotate the spine. So we're going to start by sending those knees over towards your right side. The left foot peels away from the mat. And you want to think about lengthening over through the left side of the spine. You breathe in to hold the stretch. And then as you breathe out, start to roll all the way back from the top of the spine, back through the rib cage to the waist, and then to the pelvis. Breathing in, and exhale to rotate over to the left side. Again, inhaling to hold the stretch. And then as you breathe out, starting to close the rib cage, using your navel connection to your spine as you draw all the way back round. Breathing in, and exhale as you rotate over to your right side. So you're leading with those knees and feet, then the pelvis, then the waist and the rib cage. Now you want to keep your left shoulder nice and heavy into the mat. So as soon as that starts to lift, you've gone a little bit too far. You're breathing in to hold the stretch. And then as you breathe out, you want to initiate by closing that rib cage and then rolling back through the rib cage, the waist and the pelvis. Breathing in and exhale as you rotate to the left side. Inhale to hold the stretch and exhale as you come back round. If you want to add in your head and neck rotation, you can. So as you breathe out to rotate, you're rotating your head over to the left shoulder. Inhaling to hold, and then as you breathe out, you're coming all the way back round through to the middle. Inhale and exhale to rotate to your right shoulder this time. Breathing in to hold the stretch. And then as you breathe out, you use your center to bring you all the way back round through the middle. Last one, breathing in and exhale. Okay, so just from here, rolling over onto your side. As you can see, I'm quite hot. It's very hot out here today, and I happen to do the exercise today in the midday sun. That completes the workout for today, and from here I might add in some extra side lying work, so do keep updated for that. Okay, thank you, bye now.